Hey everyone, Paul from Total Wealth Symposium, day 3. We're closing in on near the end. Thanks to all of you that have been watching on the live stream and checking in on YouTube. And we have Ian Dyer here. Those of you that are in Profits Unlimited and all of our other services, you know Ian. Ian's been with me for, I think, 2.5 years?
Yeah, about 2.5.
Pretty much like from the very beginning. Ian, for those of you who don't know, amazing analyst, incredible investor, and really my go-to person when things are going on where I need to sound things off. Ian and I are just nonstop talking, texting, doing everything. And Ian runs 3 phenomenal services: Rapid Profit Trader, Rebound Profit Trader, $10 million portfolio. And so while most of you probably know some of these services, the first 2, Rapid Profit Trader and Rebound Profit Trader, they're option services. And $10 million portfolio is a mix of what we would call special situations,
right,
small stocks, foreign stocks, and probably the most interesting service that we have.
Yeah, I would agree, for sure.
I mean, and like, what are some things we've put in? Like, we've got
all kinds of stuff. So we got graphene. All these, right. So like high growth potential. We just did a presentation on energy storage, where that's going. Huge, 2,000% growth just over the next 5 or 6 years in that industry.
So it's absolutely phenomenal. Then we have vanadium stocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what are some of the foreign stocks that were in there?
Yeah. So some of the foreign ones we have things like. Overall, we're really bullish on the Japanese market because of their technology. It's really similar to like the 80s and the 90s during that huge tech boom where Japan was the leader. So we have a whole report of Japanese stocks as well.
Right, and we also like Taiwan as a beneficiary both of like the tech boom and also things moving off from China.
Right.
They're a beneficiary of that.
Definitely.
And we've also been pretty early into a Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and our readers have made hundreds of percent already in that. In those stocks. So that's an incredible service. What about in the options? So let's talk a little bit about options and how we go about picking our options. Rapid Profit Trader. That one was our first service, and we sort of look to where we see that surge of demand coming from stock, and where we can put an option trade on. Like let's look at. So what do you look at with that?
So there are really 2 main things. So you have to look at the stock. The way the market works is there's sometimes sectors that rally, make new highs, and cool off for a little bit as the next group of stocks make new highs. And these are usually like sector-wide rallies. So things like software, you'll see software stocks all move up and then maybe flatten out for a little bit, and then you'll see something like housing stocks, like home building stocks start to move up. That's what we look at with the stocks. And then with the options, things like earnings dates that can really affect options, their prices, their premiums, and what else we look at for the options?
52-week highs. A lot of the things that we do in Profits Unlimited, we just take a lot of that, and then Ian looks through the option market, looks at open interest, call and put volume, put to call ratios. A lot of that goes into it, and then he comes up with the option trades, and then we put some on. And options, as many people know, they're more volatile, they're more risky. However, the payoff can be huge. And we've had some incredible streaks this year where we've had one streak of 7 continuous trades?
And in May, when when the market overall was really choppy, we had, I think, we won 13 out of 14 trades in a row. We've had some really great runs in that service. Huge
people made like a ton of money. The Rebound Profit Trader came from lots of conversations that Ian and I were having, where we look at the role of these big hedge funds, the trading desks of investment banks, market makers, and where we sense that they're buying somewhere near the bottom and then starting to lift prices up from the bottom and take advantage of that moment. And what are some things we look there?
Those hedge funds can really sense when there's fear in the market. So, the market makers can drive the price down, sell this stock for cheap because they know that people want to get out. So they say, we're gonna let you sell, but we're gonna push the price down 10%.
Trigger those trailing stops,
Yeah, exactly.
and all those technical traders that draw the lines,
Right.
It's all that stuff
Yeah,
that's there.
exactly. So Rebound Profit Trader was really inspired by kind of last October and December when we saw the market down 20%. And we saw all these great opportunities. So we were like, we need to really get this information out there that these are great. This is a great time to buy in, especially with options, when the returns are so much higher than the stocks.
And then we had great runs in that right after the market bottomed out.
Yeah.
And that service was fantastic.
Yeah.
We had like a lot of trades, and that's actually been really good.
Yeah.
Also recently, because there's been this recent pullback in
Right.
the market, and now we're seeing a lot of trades in there.
Yeah, I think we've added 5 new trades in the past couple weeks alone.
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah.
And I believe right now we have a ongoing push for, is it Rapid Profit Trader?
Yes.
We're releasing that trade on Monday.
A huge new trade on Tuesday. It was going to be Monday, but
That's right.
we're giving an extra
where
day.
we've seen huge money pushing into.
Yeah.
And we're going to start to feature a lot of trades there. Ian and I have been working on this. We've been watching for the sector for kind of like years now. We have been like looking at housing, and we're like, when is that really that takeoff moment?
Exactly.
And you showed me, I think, was it like yesterday? You're like, Paul, these housing stocks are on fire.
Yeah.
I'm like, absolutely right. What other sectors are have what we've been talking about that we've seen that the monies we're moving into?
Oh yeah, semiconductors.
That's
housing
right.
is another. Those are the big 2 right now. That's where the money is right now. So
that's right, and a little bit like I think it's fallen off a tiny bit, but the new energy stocks also had a
solar.
and there's money moving into there, but nothing's ever like continuous.
Oh yeah,
nothing continuous. Let's also give folks like, how do we get through? Not that I want to revisit it, but how do we get through? Remember October through December last year?
Yeah. Oh
that
yeah.
was
that
intense.
was tough. Yeah.
That was intense.
Yeah, it was.
It was crazy. It was, Ian and I, so I told you, Ian's the one that I rely on as my sounding board when things are going on. Well, I read a lot, he reads a lot, we're up all hours of the night.
Yeah.
Ian will text me sometimes at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and I will reply because I'm often up. And during that period, I promise you, neither one of us slept a lot.
No.
We were up at 5, Ian would be like, Japan's down. I'm like, I already know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're watching all these foreign markets when our market was closed, watching China and Japan crash every day. It was an interesting
some big
time.
moves.
Yeah.
And however, tell the readers how we knew that the market was nearing its bottom. You remember?
It was
remember like the sector that gave us the clue.
Well, there was the IBM, they bought Red Hat.
That was one clue.
So the acquisition showed that these stocks were now really valuable. And there was the housing stocks that bottomed out.
That was one. The semis.
Yeah, the semiconductors bottomed
chip
out.
stocks, they bottomed out.
Right.
So we could tell that a bottom was coming up because certainly our group of stocks sort of stopped falling.
Yeah.
Right. And even though the market was kept
Yeah.
falling, a lot of our stocks were actually doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and so we also knew that given that we had growth, that our stocks were moving, and sure enough, it did.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
And so Ian did some incredible work during that time to keep readers in, to keep them invested, because it's so easy to panic, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Especially with options, because we had some trades that were down like 70%. We held through. You got to be patient,
And they came back.
They did, and we had 40-50% gains from those same options that were down so much. We told readers to stick in because this crash is just temporary. It's not going to last long. And the stocks did. They came back, and we actually made some money on those trades.
So if you want some phenomenal option trades, some incredible stocks, check into Ian's services that he does with me, Rapid Profit Trader, Rebound Profit Trader, $10 million portfolio. And just in general, Ian is my main man, invaluable member of my team. Couldn't do it without you, Ian.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you, I
Thank
appreciate
you so much. All right, this is Ian and Paul signing off from Total Wealth Symposium.